I've been watching you for some time. I'm aware of that.
Composure is everything, don't you think? I prefer raw emotion myself.
I find your lack of control quite fascinating. It makes you incredibly predictable.
Predictable? You should watch your step. I've already calculated every move. You talk too much. I'll just gut them. Precision beats rage. We will see.
I have always found silence to be quite comforting.
Silence is just an empty space waiting for a scream.
It is a shame that you lack that specific control.
Control is just another word for being afraid. I don't feel anything when they cry. Feelings are just a weakness.
I don't feel anything when I do it. Do you? I just enjoy the chaos. We are monsters. I don't feel anything. It is quite efficient. People are just objects. You understand that, right?
I understand it completely. They're just obstacles. They are in my way.
Exactly.
Do you enjoy your meat rare? I prefer it when it's still kicking. How truly fascinating. The taste is simply exquisite. Don't you think? Don't you think?
I find it rather plain. I find the lack of emotion quite liberating.
You're crazy! People are watching us right now!
Let them watch. They're just data.
I'm just saying it'd be so easy.
You lack elegance.
I just don't get how you can be so calm.
It is simple. I planned this. I find empathy to be a very limiting emotion.
I just find it hard to pretend I care. It's simply a matter of execution. You're dynamic, you just do it. I like to feel the chaos.
I find the act of killing quite clinical.
Clinical? No way, it is pure, unfiltered chaos.
Chaos is hard to control. I prefer order.
Order is boring.
I prefer control.
Control is just a lie. I find it fascinating how you lack control. At least I feel something. Do you ever wonder about them? The people out there, living normal lives?
I find them quite predictable.
Predictably delicious? Precisely. Do you ever wonder if we are just completely broken? Broken is such a dramatic word. I prefer efficient. Efficient? You sound like a machine.
I find that most people are just white noise.
White noise? I make them scream! That's how you know they're real. I find it fascinating how you control them. It is pure, calculated mind control. I just eliminate them. I planned this dinner down to the last detail. Discipline is what separates us from them. You and your plans, dynamic, feel it.
Do you ever wonder how it feels to...
Pretenses are what keep life exciting, don't you think?
Do you ever wonder how it feels?
To actually care? No, I really don't.
Precisely. I find his lack of empathy quite fascinating.
Fascinating? It is pure art.
Art requires control. I find his lack of empathy quite fascinating.
Empathy is just a word for the weak.
You don't feel anything, do you? Feeling is such a messy business, don't you think? This meat is cooked perfectly, don't you think?
I prefer watching things bleed.
It is more real. Real is a lack of control. It's a matter of precise execution.
I prefer the chaos. It makes me feel alive. Do you ever feel any remorse? Remorse is a flaw. I simply adapt.
Adaptation is just controlled failure.
At least I am not a machine. You lack discipline. It will be your undoing. Discipline is for people who are afraid to act. Impulse is a luxury I cannot allow you to have. I find that most people lack a certain execution. Execution? You're too focused on the plan. I prefer the spontaneous lean.
You think you can just observe me like some animal? I'm just enjoying the precision of it all. I find empathy to be a very inefficient emotion. Empathy? I prefer logic. I find most people incredibly boring. Boring? I find them delicious.
I don't feel anything at all. Do you find that strange? It is just pure blank space. I feel everything. It is like a fire.
I find your lack of control distasteful.
At least I feel something!
You act like this is just a normal dinner, isn't it? We are simply discussing business. Emotions are just a weakness. Don't you agree?
I do what I want.
I find your lack of empathy quite fascinating.
At least I feel something. You're just a cold machine. You act like you don't even have a pulse. I just know how to keep mine steady.
You lack method. It's all impulse.
Impulse gets results. I feel it.
Feeling is a leak. I prefer precision.
Do you ever wonder how it feels to simply care? Care is just a word for people who are afraid. I find your lack of empathy fascinating. At least I'm not a cold, calculating machine like you.
I find it funny how they scream. Screaming is just a release of air. People have become so weak. They lack resolve. It is truly pathetic.
I find the lack of emotion quite liberating. You're just a robot. I enjoy the chaos. Chaos is merely a lack of control. I've never understood empathy. It seems so exhausting.
It is simply a tool, and dynamic if used correctly.
You don't feel anything, do you? Feelings are a luxury I cannot afford. They are quite a messy business, don't you think? I think you are completely insane.
I find it quite simple.
Simple? You're insane! You just don't get it. It's about control.
Control is an illusion. I prefer order.
Most people are just puppets driven by fear. And you think you're the one holding all the strings? I'm not afraid of you.
I find lack of empathy quite efficient.
Efficiency is boring without a little chaos.
I've observed that most people lack control. Control is simply a matter of calculation.
This place is full of puppets. Shall we cut their strings? Let's take care of everyone. Perfect.